I want to understand what happened. You said, and I want everybody to understand this. A professor of evolutionary biology, psychology, says psychology, right? Says in the Canadian Parliament in the year 2017 that men and women, what does it exist? What was the word you used?
That there is such a thing as male and female.
That there is such a thing as male and female. And he is accused of being pro-genocide by a member of the Canadian Parliament.
The Dennis Prager Show.
All right, everybody. Ultimate Issues Hour. A rare thing that I have a guest on it. Saad, S-A-A-D. Concordia University Research. He was the chair in Evolutionary Behavioral Sciences. Has a very popular YouTube podcast, The Saad Truth. And his book, brand new, is The Parasitic Mind, How Infectious Ideas Are Killing Common Sense. I want to go back to the Canadian testimony that you gave, or the testimony you gave at the Canadian Parliament. And you said there was male and female. Was the member of Parliament who said that you were advocating genocide a woman? Oh, I didn't turn you on. Hold on a moment. I'm sorry. Yes. So I'm sorry. What was your answer?
No, he was a man.
It was a man. The reason I asked was, it seems to me, and I always tell guests, it's perfectly acceptable to differ with me. But your idea of pathogenic ideas, I like. And we'll talk about, to use a term I'm sure you use, etiology of it, the genesis of it in a moment, because that's the big question. But anyway, I think that it has affected women more than men.
I guess it depends which idea pathogen we're speaking about. So, for example, militant feminism, of course, that would have certainly, infected more women than men. When it comes to postmodernism, I'm not sure that would be true. I think intellectual terrorism can afflict both sexes with equal alacrity. So I think it's really a function of which idea pathogen we're speaking of.
When I look at pictures of rioters, I see men. Right now in America, when I see pictures of protesters and screamers, I see more women. So that's right. Part of the reason I said that.
And can I offer you a theory as to who are the typical men who would align with those women? Are you ready for this theory, Dennis?
I'm actually dying for it. Yeah. I know. I love theories. I'm not joking with you. I love theories. Go ahead.
So there's a zoological term that was introduced in the 70s. The actual term is sneaky, F-U-C-K-E-R. I don't know if you're allowed on your show.
No, you're not.
Say the word.
You can't. Yeah, go ahead.
So sneaky effer is a term that the fancy scientific term is kleptogamy, which basically is the idea that in many species you have, for example, two types of males. There's one type of phenotype, the dominant male, looks big, looks dominating, looks impressive. Then there is another type of male that is too, non-dominant to be able to actually compete for the ladies. So that male will assume a strategy known as sexual mimicry. He will mimic a female's morphology and behavior so that the dominant male could let him through, and then he will sneak in some surreptitious copulations. Well, I argue that male social justice warriors are pursuing this sneaky effort strategy, right? I am so empathetic, I am so progressive, I am so non-threatening, maybe I can sneak in a little copulation with you.
I love it.
I knew you would.
Oh, God, that's awesome. The men, these male protesters strike me, who I acknowledge am an alpha male, they strike me as utterly feminized men.
Exactly. They don't look like Navy SEALs who took out bin Laden, don't they?
They don't look what?
they don't look like the Navy SEALs.
No, that's correct. That is exactly right. And have tremendous contempt for that type of male. That
Exactly.
you might have actually, this is a little scary. And again, I'm just going out on a limb with you. It might explain part of the irrational hatred of Donald Trump.
Absolutely. Do you want to get into some of the psychological reasons?
Yes, of course. Yes.
So I argue that many of my highfalutin, ivory tower dwelling, latte sipping colleagues view Donald Trump as an aesthetic injury, right? He's brazen, he's vulgar, he speaks, with a vernacular that is unbecoming of, the president. On the other hand, Barack Obama is majestic, he's tall, he's aristocratic. He says nothing, but my God, does he get me intoxicated with his radiant smile. There's an expression in Arabic, Dennis, which you might appreciate since you're a lover of the Arabic language, which basically says to get drunk simply by smelling the cork of the wine.
I love it. I would hug you. I would risk transmitting COVID-19. That's how much I'm adoring this. Saad's book is up at DennisPrager.com. We continue.